Authorities are investigating a death at an LSU fraternity house.
That death is being investigated as a potential hazing incident, and LSU has taken the drastic step of suspending all Greek activities indefinitely.
10 young men under arrest in the suspected hazing death of a college student in Louisiana.
The hazing death of a college freshman.
As many as 6 college students lost their lives in the last year in alcohol-fueled hazing ritual.
Authorities say Max Groover died yesterday after he was taken to the hospital from the Phi Delta Theta fraternity house.
These are students who are being killed on campuses in part by the acts of the people who are supposed to be their friends.
The night of September 13th, they had a pledge hazing event called Bible study, which Bible study is the pledges were asked questions about the fraternity and asked to recite the Greek alphabet. And if you messed up, you were told to take a pull off of a 190 proof grain alcohol bottle. Max had to do 10 to 12 pulls off of this grain alcohol bottle, where other pledges were only told had to do about 3 or 4 and were given water and lemonade in between. But a couple of the fraternity brothers were after Max because Max had been late to some pledge events, and he suffered because of that. All of Bible study lasted an hour and a half, less than 2 hours. And at the end, when Max was clearly in need of help and becoming incapacitated, they took him back downstairs and they laid him on a couch. Even though they noticed that he was turning blue and was having problems breathing and a weak pulse, none of the fraternity brothers called 911 or aided Max with any help. And sometime in the early morning hours of September 14th, Max passed away. And no one ever took him to the hospital until 10 o'clock that morning. Max was a really sweet kid. He was a big guy, a big gentle giant. He had a big smile, a very infectious laugh. He was a journalist. He wrote all through high school over 300 articles for Def Pen Radio out of New York City. After we had gotten home from going out to Baton Rouge to get Max, I was going through his things, and we had found, being that he was a writer, I had found a journal of his. And in the journal, he had written a paper about blessings. Max talked about God works in funny ways. He does bad things sometimes to create good things. And something bad can happen to you, but in the end, it could be something that's good. And we read that, and we firmly believe that that was Max's way of telling us that this horrible thing that happened to him can create something good. My own experience with ADPi at Clemson was fantastic. The bonding that happened with my sisters, the fun that we had, I wanted my son to experience the same things. Greek life brings a lot to your college experience, but hazing just takes away from it. During the month of September, which is Hazing Awareness Month, Alpha Delta Pi and the Max Groover Foundation are going to partner. Each of the 161 chapters is going to get a kit. We just want the marketing kit to be just the start of what you can do on your campuses. We're challenging all of you to take it as far as you can and spread awareness across your campuses. Hazing happens on all campuses in different organizations. It might not be happening in your organization, but it is happening in someone else's. The ultimate goal of the Max Groover Foundation is to educate young adults, to change laws. If we have to do it state by state, we do it state by state, and to keep awareness and prevention of hazing from happening to another family. Working together, we can end the hazing on our campuses, and ADPi can be the leader that it always has been in showing the campus how hazing needs to end.
The Alpha Delta Pi Foundation is honored to partner with the Max Groover Foundation to make this program available for our chapters from coast to coast. The funding for this program is being made available by our sisters, friends, and family members who give back to the Alpha Delta Pi Foundation and our annual fund.
We are so proud to support our Alpha Delta Pi sister, Rayanne, and the Max Groover Foundation. Alpha Delta Pi believes that by engaging our entire sisterhood, an incredible network of women, that we can spread this message across our campus homes and beyond and make a difference.
If this could happen to me, and our ADPi family, just imagine this happening to you personally. This could be your brother, your sister, your boyfriend, your best friend. Imagine in 25 years when you send your son or your daughter off to college and 29 days later you get a phone call that your son has died from a hazing incident. You don't want that phone call. You want to make this change.